there. I'm on a different device and I wasn't sure where to look to see if I am live, but I see it now. Okay, so I'm Christy, and today for the 14-day challenge, we are going to talk about something that's not very fun, but it really is something that you should know. I'm having a really hard time knowing where to look. This is different, being on a different device. So I apologize if I am not looking in the right place. It's really hard to look anyway, but I've trained myself to look a different direction. So anyway, so I have 4 tips on how to avoid bringing home things from your vacation that you don't really want to bring home. You've heard the phrase before that says, don't let the bed bugs bite, and people think it's really funny, and that's something people say. That's one of those things that you will never hear me say, because I have done lots of research on this and I'm really kind of paranoid. So so what happened is in the 40s and 50s, they really had gotten rid of all the bed bugs. The bed bugs were gone. They were using heavy-duty insecticides with DDT, and they had gotten rid of them pretty much. But then they stopped letting us use that. And so now pretty much anywhere you go, you could find bed bugs. They are not attracted to filth. It is not something that you're only going to find in a place that's dirty, because all they're looking for is warmth, blood, and carbon dioxide. So they can be, if you go stay at the Hyatt Regency, if you stay at a 5-star place, the last person that was there could have brought bed bugs in. And I don't mean to make you paranoid, but it's something to think about. I think that this is something that will get worse as time goes on, because we're not allowed to use the things that have killed them in the past. And I also have heard that the bugs are coming over from overseas, and that they are a different strain, and they're even harder to get rid of if you don't know how to get rid of them. And I actually am going to show you some tips today on how to avoid them, but if you get them, I also have a solution for that. So stick around for the end. So the first tip is that you're going to pack for protection. So when you're packing at home, pack a couple of big garbage bags, and when you get to the hotel, you can enclose your bag, and that way they're not going to get in. They're not going to have any reason to even try and get in your bag. So that's one thing that you can do, and have a flashlight. The second thing, and anyone who's ever stayed with me and traveled with me knows this is something I do every time. You don't go carry all your stuff into the room before you go look at it. So some people will go and look at the room, make sure it's clean, which I do that too, but really what's more important to me is if there's bugs. So I will, you go into the room, and they don't like light. They don't like bright places, so they're going to hide in places that you can't see them. So there are several places that you can look for them. I will give you those later, but for the live video, I'm just going to give you one main one to look for, because that's really the main one that I look at. So you're going to go into the corners of the mattress, and you're going to do it kind of quickly, because they can scurry away if they have the light. So you're going to pull up all of the stuff. You're going to pull up all the sheets in the corner, the blankets, whatever it is on the corners of the bed, and you're going to look up underneath the seams, so around the edges, the seams, because they'll hide up in those crevices. And you're looking for either bugs, you know what bugs look like, or you're looking for evidence that they have been there. So anyone, especially in our area around here, if you've ever seen when the flies are bad and they leave those fly specks everywhere, it looks kind of like that. So if you see anything like that, immediately tell the hotel managers and say you want another room. And it could be that they were from some other time and they're not currently there, but just in case, you just don't even want to try it. Just say, I want to go to another room. So you have not brought your stuff into the room at this point. So after you've decided that it is safe, then this is the third tip. So you're going to bring them in, but you're going to not leave your stuff on the floor. You're going to put it like on on a luggage rack. You're going to put it in the closet, somewhere away from the bed, just in case. And don't leave like clothes and things laying around on the floor. So they're not attracted to those, but they're places to hide. So like I said, they're not attracted to filth, but if it is cluttered, there are more places to hide. So that's your third thing. And the fourth thing is when you get home, you're going to put all your laundry straight into the wash, because the dryer will kill anything that you might have brought home. And if you suspect, or you've been told, I know my daughter came back from a camp one time and I got a text that said, we found bed bugs in the camp and we've taken care of everybody's clothes and all that. And I was like, oh. I'm like, but what if they put all the luggage in with everybody else's luggage in this trailer? And so, yeah, but apparently they dealt with it before, because they kept them in a separate place than all the other ones. So anyone who was in that particular cabin, they had kept them separated from the rest. So they knew what they were doing. So if your kid, something happens with like that with your kid, when they come home, put the suitcase in a garbage sack, and if it's hot, just leave it in the car for a few hours, and it'll get to the 120 degrees and kill them. So, or you can leave it out in the sun, same kind of thing. That's a good way to get rid of them. So the 4 tips that you're going to do is you are going to take a garbage sack to put your suitcases in. You're going to inspect the room, and you're going to put your luggage and things in a safe place. When you first go into the room, if you don't want to leave it outside, you can set it in the bathtub. That's usually a pretty good place. And then the 4th thing is that you're going to take care of them when you get home. So if you want to enjoy your vacation bite-free and take home only the souvenirs that you were planning to, shoot me a message and I will get you some more information on other ways to keep yourself bug-free.